Check out this gluten-free and refined sugar-free peach cobbler that tastes decadent, but it's healthy. Hey there, and welcome into Taylor Kitchen, where we show very busy people how to make very delicious food in very little time. Today, it's a classic, everyone's favorite peach cobbler, but we're gonna do this gluten-free and refined sugar-free. And I've started in here with a couple pounds of peaches. These were actually frozen. I actually peeled and froze them last year. So I pulled them out of the freezer and let them thaw. And I have a lot of juice left over if I want to use that for a purpose, but peaches, and I'm going to sprinkle them with just a little bit of salt to enhance the sweetener. Salt is just like a flavor enhancer, and I always use sea salt. And then I want just a smidge of cardamom. You can use cinnamon if you want, but I'm a huge cardamom fan. It's kind of like cinnamon's woodsy, mysterious cousin. So I love it. Try it if you'd like. Otherwise, use some cinnamon. And of course, I feel like you need a squeeze of fresh lemon juice just to really brighten that peach flavor up. So there we go. And the peaches are done. Cobblers are such a simple dessert. I'm going to set these aside while I make the batter, the cobbler batter that goes over the top. And I'm going to start with 3 eggs. And the reason I'm using 3 eggs is because I'm using coconut flour. And if you've ever used coconut flour, you know that it is a sponge. It will soak up liquids like nobody's business. So stay tuned for this part. This is really fun. 3 eggs, and they need a really good whisk with another little pinch of salt. And to those, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. Coconut sugar, lower on the glycemic index, and it's a more natural sugar. Sugar is sugar, but I prefer to use coconut sugar, and it has this great caramely taste, so quite delicious. A little bit of vanilla, and I always measure vanilla with the heart. So if it says a teaspoon, I usually want 2 teaspoons. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda going in, and I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom in this luscious cobbler crust. Give all those a whisk up. And then this may seem like a lot, but it's 3/4 cup of coconut milk. I'm keeping it dairy-free as well. And then in goes the coconut flour, loaded with fiber. And like I said, it acts as a sponge. And I'm kind of doing it just gently, a little bit at a time, and whisking it. And that is my cobbler batter done. And it will thicken up a little bit as it sets and that coconut flour soaks in more and more liquid. And also these peaches were really, really juicy. So it's gonna sop down inside and soak up a lot of the juices. And I'm going to add a little bit of the remaining juices of those peaches as well. Because one of the things that I love about cobblers is the juice from the fruits. So you don't want a dry cobbler. You know, when you pick it up and it's a dry piece of fruit and a dry piece of cobbler, and you have to have ice cream to add moistness. I want it to have a nice moistness of its own, and adding a little bit more of the juice from the fruit is going to do that, because this is really going to soak up a whole lot of this cobbler batter. Here we go. Let's just kind of spoon this gently over the top. And I just want to smooth it around. And I'm going to take just a little bit more coconut sugar. You don't have to do this, but to give it that nice crunch on top, which I always loved, like a little sugary topping on top of a cobbler, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more of the coconut sugar just over the top. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to go into my 350 oven for nearly an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll see you back for this luscious cobbler. Hey there, if you haven't yet, please take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that bell icon below to make sure you get all the latest from us, and give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. We love to hear from you, and we love to hear what you want us to make on Taylor Kitchen. Also, check us out at tkfoodie.com. Hey there, are you a small, medium, or even a large YouTube channel that's trying to grow your channel and your viewer engagement? Well, check out vidIQ. I've been using vidIQ for a couple of years now. They really have helped me to grow my channel. They give you optimal thumbnails, titles, tags, launch times, and great analytics to support your channel and your viewer engagement. So if you're interested to see what vidIQ can do for you, just click that link below to get started. Our cobbler is out of the oven. It is hot. I know you're supposed to let it cool a little bit, but you know, I'm impatient. So I'm gonna take a little taste. Oh, 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 juicy, 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 which I love. Oh, look at those peaches. My goodness. The topping on this is phenomenal. And it's super juicy. As it cools, those juices will soak in a little bit, but this is the cobbler, so steamy. I didn't have any ice cream to have with this, so I did have some whipped cream. We'll do that. I just feel like it always needs an accompaniment of ice cream, or at minimum, a little bit of whipped cream. And I didn't even have the dairy-free whipped cream, but let's just give this a try. I'm gonna get some peaches and get some of that topping. I'm excited about the topping. The gluten-free topping made with coconut milk. This cobbler is so wonderful, and I love that it doesn't have any refined sugar or gluten in it, so I can eat it totally guilt-free. And it's so flavorful, that little crunch of the extra coconut sugar that we put on top, and peaches are just fabulous, naturally sweet in and of themselves. So super simple, as you saw, to put this together. You can whip this up in 15 minutes and then just let it set in your oven for 45 minutes to an hour. Mine took exactly 50 minutes in my iron skillet. And your family is gonna love this. You can pull this out at your next dinner and know that your guests can have a natural, healthy, gluten-free, refined sugar-free dessert. Check out this simple recipe. It's on tkfoodie.com.